So why Red Dirt?
Why talk about it all the time?
Man, I just love there's no Nashville polish on it, and it's just that gritty rock and roll, that feel to it. And it coming from the heavy metal side, I still retain like the heaviness and the rock feel, and you get substance with it. You get a story, you know, you get honesty, you get truth. Red Dirt's never. It seems like it's never forgotten who it makes it for. Like they don't chase trends, algorithms, and I just really like that. It just has like a feeling of like the old like beat writers like Kerouac, William S. Burroughs, and Ginsberg and those guys. And I just like when you could like Hunter S. Thompson, when you could read his writing, there was like an attitude to it, and I love that. It's just Red Dirt just encaps. It's just like a real cool vibe, and it's very communal. It's amazing from the artists to the fans. Like it's a real close knit type thing, and man, there's like no box that holds it. That's what I love. And what is funny, like the guys that are like really obsessed with Red Dirt, they're very, very temperamental about that term, which I've come across a little bit. But yeah, probably just that. Like, it's just a really cool genre that I've always liked story songs, and I can only like find them through like my music would be like Pink Floyd or some Seeger, stuff like that. So that's kind
of what made you decide one day to wake up and say, I'm gonna go on social media and start talking about country music and then Red Dirt music?
You know, it started out like me and my buddy, who was the lead singer in my band. He loves country music, and I didn't. And you know, I was the mean guy. He was the nice guy, where he would describe the song and what he likes about the artist, and I'd be like, no. And then, obviously, getting two people together these days is hard. And then I just like I had to start listening to country music because I was asked to play with a couple of big country artists, and my buddy was watching me, and I was talking about it, and he was like, "You should record that." So I started recording them, and it was Pecos and the Rooftops. I was just listening to it, and I'm like, man, this sounds like they're actually using like real amps, like put some dirt on it, and the song lyrics were very, you know, I could feel the lyrics of that song and like live through memories of that song, which I never really experienced in music before. So it was like really cool to have like a song where I could, you know, have something familiar with. And then what really set that video off is I said Picos, which we have a company out here called Pico, you know, Pennsylvania Electric Company, and that's what made that go viral. And then I just started taking suggestions, and then, you know, you find these incredible artists like Cody Canada, Jason Boland, you know, Turnpike Troubadours, and all those guys, Mike McClure, and man, I've loved doing it because I'm a musician myself, and I hardly ever put that out there. Every once in a while I'll do a video of me playing guitar, but I figured I wanted to focus because there's probably a lot of people like me that are they just need this music in front of them, and you know, they're gonna fall in love with it too, hopefully.
Why I'm really interested in that. Why did you think they needed this music in front of them?
Man, I've been wanting new music for so long. I feel like I kind of like pigeonholed myself with my playlist just in the car, because even my genre, it all just started sounding the same. Like they used the same recording techniques, and I missed like the characteristics of tone of like when AC/DC came on, you know, it was them through the guitars and just stuff like that. And man, plus the more people that listen to it up here, the more they'll tour up here. So I don't have to fly down to Texas. Not that I don't mind flying to Texas, just, I don't have that much vacation time. But man, it's just, I always like to be that person of like when you're driving down the road and have you ever heard these guys? And when the person goes no, you get to be like, be their first experience. And that's kind of like what I hope the TikTok does and the podcast. Because with the podcast as well, you get to see these people are actually very nice. I have yet to meet an artist that I've had a negative experience with. It's been very cool. It's been very rewarding on both ends. I get, new friends and finally great music again in my life to be excited.
Yeah. As an aside, I just remembered you and I conversed accidentally, I'm sure on your part. It was on purpose on my part on TikTok because one day I said, you need to check out Logan Mack. And eventually you did get back to me and you said, yeah, I'll check it out, but he's no Evan Felker or something like that. And I was like, I agree 100%. But my claim to fame on TikTok is you responded to my message to you. So thank you for that.
Yeah, I try. Every comment, everything, that's all me. At one point I thought about trying to hire somebody because, sometimes when it was really popular, it was too much. It was a million views a day with hundreds and thousands of comments. But that's where like the road went down was through the comments. I used to have handwritten lists and I just would just try to go through, and that's how
It's really cool. We're going to bounce back and forth, and I tend to always monopolize the conversation at first, and I always apologize when we're done to him, but I can't help it. Who, if you had to name one musician today, red dirt musician that somebody, the masses need to listen to, who is it?
Cody Canada.
Okay.
Yeah.
How come?
Man, you can find anything in his music. And I really think like with people missing out on good rock and roll and just missing out on jams you can feel, and it doesn't feel fake or what I mean. It's that the genuine article. Like you can just listen to it and just know like this was made by people that love music. And I've met him a bunch of times, and he's super nice, and I just think that is a good way to go down. And then, hopefully that opens up to like Shane Smith and the Saints and all those guys. Because there's a lot of them.
What do you think? You mentioned Mike McClure a minute ago. What are your thoughts there?
I like Mike McClure. I feel like when I was talking about like the beat writers, I feel like he could possibly be considered something of that. And I'm pretty sure he likes Hunter S. Thompson because I'm pretty sure I heard in one of his songs, was it Call on God or Row Away from the Rocks? And I got to talk to him briefly. It was weird because I looked at him and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's Mike McClure. And I just walked up to him and I was like, hey, are you? And he's like, yeah. I had a nice conversation with him. But The Great Divide, that has that same jam vibe with just that feeling that I just really, really enjoy, that I haven't really heard in any other kind of music.
Yeah. You got something?
Yeah, I was. He's more affiliated with your work more so than I am. I mean, I knew who you were, and we obviously wanted to have you on because it's always nice to talk to people who are outside coming in. But I was interested. You talked about introducing people to songs like on the radio, just in a car ride. You talked about Cody, Jason, Evan Felker. Who was the artist for you when you listened to him? And I might be boxing you in. Who was the person that you were like, this Red Dirt thing it's pretty nice? Who was the first artist where you like felt that?
Man, That's got to be probably American Aquarium, because they're the first ones I saw live, and the energy from that live show was incredible. That was a really cool experience of when as Drew Herrickle told me, songs don't have to be heavy by the guitars being down tuned and the drums hitting. They can be heavy through lyrical content, and that was my first experience of seeing lyrics hit people. Because I'm not a lyric first kind of guy. Like I love listening to all the percussion, bass guitar and all that, and I always say, like, I looked around, I was the only person not crying, and it was in a very intense kind of, because I've never been around that. Like normally the places, the bands I saw, you had to make sure you weren't in the circle pit, or it was a really cool experience. And man, when you listen to his albums and you go on Instagram, his albums are like the soundtrack to his life. And I really love how personal his music is, and it's like it's there for you, if that makes any sense.
It does. Yeah. Have you met BJ?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you get the feeling that he was electric, whether he's one-on-one or whether he's on stage?
Yeah. It's funny. Is the one time I saw him, he's like, man, that was a small stage, and I was like, no, you still killed it, because I said he reposted a thing. I said BJ, it's like he has lasers coming out of his eyes, because like when he stares down the crowd, you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
it's a pretty intense.
Yeah, we still, I think you've seen Charlie, the sizzle reel, I think, that Charlie sent you, right? Mm-hmm. Just a little bit of what he's doing, but we interviewed BJ at the Mercury Lounge in Tulsa one night before, just a hit acoustic show just with him. And Mercury Lounge is about the size of this room, but we're nobodies, Patrick. We are nobodies, I'm telling you. And he sat there and gave us an hour of the best conversation that we've ever had. It's incredible. He's just a great guy, but he is just intense all the time, it seems like.
Yeah.
So loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great dude, a great artist as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I was curious, because it seems like you've been around. What other artists you've talked to?
Oh,
everybody.
Yeah, I've talked to a lot of people. Especially on the podcast, I've had Cody Jenks, Sam Canny, and I've done a lot of them. I think I'm over 100. But
yeah,
there's still a couple I'm chasing down, so I'm not done yet.
Have you chased Evan down, Evan Felker?
No, I don't have any connections to him, and I tried getting tickets in Philly, and I thought I was signed up for the pre-sale, and I didn't. Those tickets go so fast, and yeah, one of these days, yeah, I haven't. I don't really know anybody. I don't really know. I did get to talk to
Charlie does. Charlie does have contacts with Evan's people, but he's one of the ones that we've got. Evan and Stoney are really the two people that we know we've got to have for this, and we cannot get them to sit down.
Really?
Just can't get them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I met Stoney, and he had no idea who I was, and he's like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, I listen to music and I just talk about it. And he goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, and I like your stuff." And he was just like, "Yeah, thank you." He was very nice, very nice. I just saw him walking down Duval.
Really?
Yeah, I went to Mile Zero Fest and he played, and I tell you what, people don't give him enough credit, in my opinion, because some of his songs, and I've heard some covers he's done they're incredible.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Yeah.
He is. I had something I was going to ask. The impact of Boys from Oklahoma. Okay, you don't need to know this. You don't even care. But I went to school at Oklahoma State. Charlie went to school at Oklahoma State. I graduated 96. Okay, so it was before I was able to see Great Divide, but before any of it really got big in Stillwater. Cody and Cross Canadian and hell, Stoney was probably still a bouncer at the Wormy Dog. You know, he hadn't made it, and same with Bolin. But you're somebody from the Northeast. What was the impact of the Boys from Oklahoma concert in Stillwater first, but now the series of them in your mind?
To me, it was actually a shock because I don't know if you've noticed, when I did Cross Canadian Ragweed, I just called it Cody Canada because, he said they would never get back together. So I always addressed it as Cody Canada. And I made a video, a couple videos where I'm like, I'm okay with just Cody Canada and The Departed. I've seen him a bunch of times. I don't feel robbed of the experience. You get the lead guitar player and the singer, and he's supposed to be the bass player, and it was still an incredible experience. But I was very happy that they did get back together and people got to experience that again, because Cross Canadian Ragweed, like even for me, being in the Northeast, makes me nostalgic for the Wormy Dog. Never been there, or Billy Bob's or Kane's, in places they've recorded. They just have a way of making you want to be there. So so many people asked me if I was there, and I'm like, man, I would have loved to have gone there, but that area is to like fly in from out here. It's very difficult. I'm like, and people are like, well, just drive. I'm like, I'd be driving by myself for like 20 some hours. I'm just, but I was very happy. It was very cool to see that. And I just remember the one night it was happening, was hanging out with them Dirty Roses, and they said Cody had invited them, but obviously they had the show, and we were just, because we were talking about what a bummer it was we weren't there, but absolutely so happy for those guys. I'm happy for the fans that they got to experience that, and man, the videos, it looked like it was a great time.
Yeah, it was a great time for sure. You mentioned you're going to Floor Store. Is that what you said? You have tickets down there?
To where? I'm sorry.
You're going to see Evan? Did you say you had tickets somewhere to see Turnpike, or no? Did I misunderstand?
No, not Turnpike. I'm going to see Cross Canadian Ragweed down at Mile Zero Fest. They're playing down there. I'm going down there this year.
Okay. I don't know what I thought I heard. I thought John T. Floors or something, which is a bar in Texas. I thought you were going down there for something.
No. I would say the only contact of anybody that I knew Evan was John Teague.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There's a bar in Texas. I can't remember what's that. Somewhere down closer to Austin. They just call it Floor Store, and it's a mecca of somewhere to go, kind of like Green Hall. Yeah. It's where you want to go.
Yeah.
So,
is that the venue that just paints on their, like, on the side of who's playing there?
Maybe.
I know.
Green Hall is not, but Floors may be.
Yeah. I know the name. It's crazy to know all these names. Never been there, but one of these days.
Right. Charlie and I are actually going to, they're reopening the Wormy Dog in Stillwater. It's not the same place where I was in college, unfortunately, but Mike and Cody are playing Saturday night there as the grand reopening, and Charlie's going to go and film, and so we're going to get to be there for that. So
nice. If
you can get here by Saturday, come on and go with us.
That'd probably be fun. It's like, man, I wanted to go to Billy Bob's on the 10th. I'm just, I swear, like, having a dog is, I'd rather have a kid. Yeah. The kid I could just throw on a plane. Him, no.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you have a place to stay if you're ever in Oklahoma. Okay, you got a place to stay right here. Who you said underrated is Stoney. What are your thoughts on Boland?
Dude, Jason Boland's voice is it. Once you hear him sing, even if you don't know the song, you know it's him. It's very unique, and it has like it just holds a massive amount of frequencies. And I got to see him live finally, and he sounds even better live. And man, does he put on a great show? And that voice, it's you know, it you I can't even think anybody that even sounds close to him. Of just it's just like, man, it just moves sound, and I definitely do enjoy his voice.
Yeah, without a doubt. A minute ago, you mentioned. I'm sorry, Charlie, but you mentioned that people are sensitive about the term red dirt. We understand that, but I think red dirt extends out Texas hill country, right? With Pat Green and Wade Bowen and all Randy Rogers, all those guys, without a doubt. But an interesting thing about people who don't consider themselves red dirt, but the rest of the world would, is Reckless Kelly.
Huh.
Do you have anything to say about Reckless Kelly?
I've listened to a couple of their songs. I like their stuff. I think I know there's so many Braun brothers. I've talked to Mickey and is that Gary and another one, and I just lose track of what bands they're in. But they're good. They had that song 7 Nights.
7 Nights in Irie, yeah.
Yeah. I like their stuff. They have a cool sound. I would have considered them red dirt if you would have asked me.
Exactly. Yeah. They just don't consider themselves red dirt.
Huh.
I mean, adamantly will they say they're not because they're not from Oklahoma.
Oh, okay.
So it's just funny that everybody else would, you know, but they don't. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What about newcomers? Anybody that's on your radar?
Oh man, for me, it's kind of hard to know who's new. I guess like Kane and Bryce. I like Kane and Bryce. He bringing that like 2000 alternative sound back, and man, I'm trying to think who's like new. Mac Hankins and the Moonlighters. They're good. Oh, man.
One of your clips on TikTok was Josh Malloy.
Oh,
and compared to Mike and Cody and them, he's new, right?
Okay.
He's one of the newcomers.
Oh, Josh Malloy's awesome. That voice.
Yeah.
He's got a great voice.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
How about Wyatt Flores? Have you been introduced to Wyatt? Yeah.
Yeah. I've never met him, but man, that speech he gave at Red Rocks. Sometimes the universe just picks the right person at the right time. It was. He definitely has a very distinct voice as well, so it's really cool to see him doing. And I like man, names just like fly to my head when you hit record.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, there's a bunch of other guys that I like that are around the same age as him.
Yeah, I know you've got a passion for this, whether you remember all the names or not. How about female red dirt artists?
Female red dirt. I think Courtney Patton, "Electrostatic" is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life. Cat Hasty, Adair Kay, Della Rose, Caitlin Butts, and just had her on one of my podcasts.
Taylor Honeycutt, I think you had on.
Taylor Honeycutt is amazing. She is a vocal powerhouse and very, very nice. Shelby Stone is another one that is awesome. Man, I can see her face. I hate forgetting people.
I want to say Jamie Lynn Wilson, but I don't know that you've had her on.
No, I've been trying to get her on, but I've met her. I've met her, hung out with her a couple times. Very nice. She was like in every band at Mile Zero, and she's fantastic. I got to see her perform with Courtney, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a great combo.
Yeah.
If you get to see him do a song swap, which you probably did,
Yeah,
it's one of the greatest things.
yeah.
One of the most fun, well, one of the best musical concerts I went to. I just happened to be by myself traveling, and I found out that Jason Eady and Courtney Patton, when they were still married, were going to be in Houston, and I went, and it was just them doing a song swap with each other, and it was amazing. I know you've had Jason,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah. He's got great music. I love his groove.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that song slot.
Yeah.
That was a great time. And I was standing next to Adam Hood, so that made it even more cool.
Yeah, that's real cool. We got to see Adam Hood and Jason Eady song swap one night in Oklahoma City too. Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, I've never.
He's good.
I've never seen Adam Hood live. I've hung out with him a bunch of times, talked to him a bunch of times, had him on the podcast numerous times, but I've never seen him play. Hopefully, this is the
He's
year.
fun. I bet it is. I feel like I'm still monopolizing, run out of stuff.
I don't mind. I mean, obviously, we could ask you about artists all day, but since you've mentioned it a couple of times, what you could say about just the atmosphere of Mile Zero Fest. I don't think we've really talked to many people about that concert series.
Oh man, it's like a family. Like if you just, I've only been the one, and I see the Mile Zero. I don't know if they have a name, the Mile Zero people. I see them everywhere, no matter what state I'm in, what show. If you're going to a Red Dirt, and they're so nice. It's that aspect of it was like people weren't lying. They're like, you're gonna find friends down here, and they meet up. They do tailgates. They have like a Facebook group, and I still communicate with a bunch of them. It's really cool from a fan family thing. And then what's cool is once you leave the amp, who knows who you're gonna run into. I ran into a lot of people, and it's really cool. Like if people like access to artists, Mile Zero is definitely where you want to go if you can stay up late, because that's normally when the artists come out. Like you'd be at an alley bar and just walk in, and there's Shane Smith. You know, I saw Jamie Lynn Wilson doing karaoke, and you know a whole bunch of other artists just having fun. Just run into them on the street. It's like hung out with Wade Bowen and so many other people. So it was really cool. And it's, you know, you're on an island. It's beautiful. And some people will say that the festival itself is not expensive. The lodging is. That's the only thing. But man, but if you're gonna see these people individually, it'd cost way more. So it's really cool just to be able to go down to one spot, and everywhere you walk, everywhere you go, there's a venue with a Red Dirt, a Texas country artist, just playing music. It's incredible. I really I highly suggest going there if you ever have a chance. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Are you going again?
Yeah, I'm going this year. Yeah,
Okay.
we got a bunch of podcasts, and we got a house rented out. We're gonna try to get as many artists as we can on there. I'm still working on 3, but we'll see. I have their phone numbers.
Yeah.
I just feel weird, you know, texting people.
Yeah.
I understand that. Have you been in the other festivals besides Mile Zero?
I went to Texas Motor Speedway for Highway 30. That was fun. That was a great experience, because Gordy gave me an all access pass, so I was able to go back and hang out and see people. Like Randy Travis was there. It was a really cool experience, and you know, like I know these people. Like I walked around, and the first person I saw was Cody Canada and his family, and I got to hang out and talk with them. And Tanner Usry was there, and it's just really cool of being able to see him, because they were just hanging out, and it's nice when they don't have to keep looking at their watches. When do we go on? It was just cool just to sit and chill. But yeah, that was
Right.
I don't think I've been to many festivals. I think just that.
You'll have to come to Born and Raised next year here in Oklahoma, and maybe you see Gavin Adcock and Zach Bryan getting a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Born and raised, and that's stacked too. I kind of have to go to Larry Joe Taylor Fest this year. I've always wanted to go, and then we had a party down in the stockyards, and Larry Joe Taylor was there, and he asked me why I haven't been to LJT Fest, and I was just told him, I said that I don't know anything about it. I've never really done a festival like that. I've never camped. Now I'm from the Northeast. What would I just land, go to Walmart and buy a tent? I told him, I said, I don't know how that experience would be. And he was like, "You're not staying in no tent." He said, we'll get you a camper or a trailer. And he goes, "Yeah, I want you to come down." I'm like, it's an experience. It's sick. Yeah, I would love to come down. He was like, and then he was like, "Not only do I want you to go, I want you to play guitar for me." And I was like,
oh, wow.
Yeah, and I didn't know what to say. I was like, "Okay, yeah." And then I ran off and found Steve, who does all the back work, and he's on the Country versus Metal. And I was like, "Hey, Larry Joe Taylor just invited me into his festival and says he wants me to play guitar." And he's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, I don't know who else to tell." I was like, it's cool because I was like all shaking and everything because I know he's a legend, and that festival is legendary. And some of the artists that like to party, they're like, "You coming down? I don't think. Are you scared?" I'm like, yeah. Kane Bryce and Tanner Usry they always antagonize me with being like, "Come on down." So I think
that's awesome.
Yeah, I've seen pictures and videos.
Good for you.
Like, wow, that looks like a time.
That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah, you should be excited about that.
Yeah. I definitely am.
Yeah. I've asked a bunch. Have I missed anything? Well, obviously, we're trying to get sound bites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Get you to talk about as many people as we can and experiences as we can. We want to make sure we hadn't missed anything. Do you think we've missed anything that needs to be said in a documentary about Red Dirt music?
Man, I don't know. I wish I knew about it a lot earlier. Because come to find out, my guitar player that I've been in a truck pulling a band trailer for the last 10 years, his dad's favorite band was Cross Canadian Ragweed. And he never brought it up, not once. And I'm trying to think. I don't know. I think you guys did well.
I guess I was curious, and how would you advertise it to? I know you do it all the time, but for the sake of just the let's say this is the first time anybody's heard about you and your podcast. How would you, a guy from Delaware, advertise Red Dirt to any random old person?
Man, I would tell them if you like true, honest songs that sound like they were recorded by real musicians using real instruments, not polished, just real organic tones. And if you like stories and you like the heavier side of things, you definitely got to try it out. And there's a lot of other stuff too, man. Like if you like Pink Floyd and harmonies, you have to get the Shane Smith and the Saints, which, I mean, if you don't like those guys, I don't know if I could get through to you. Especially if you go see a show and just walk away going, nah, then there's no hope for that person. But yeah, and if you want to be a part of like a music club, because it's real communal too. Like if you find somebody else that likes Cross Canadian Ragweed, you guys are you're gonna be friends right off the bat. I found it seems that people that also listen to Red Dirt are good people as well. Is what I can't find.
Yeah. Well, you are too.
Yeah.
So I guess because you listen to Red Dirt.
Yeah, I try. That's the mission to get more people to listen to it. So I don't have to. If I don't have anything to listen to, maybe one day I can turn on FM radio and hear good music instead of what there is now. Because
right.
Yeah, it'd be nice for and for these artists, they're trying to make a living. It'd be nice to have them feel more secure and take more trips across the country. And it's just
right.
I think there's a lot of people out there that they don't know about it, but I really think they'd love it as soon as it's brought to their attention.
Well, thank you for doing your part to make that happen. Because there's no telling how many thousands of people who just happened upon your stuff and would have never listened to it if it wasn't for you. So, thanks for your part in that.
Yeah, that's my favorite comment of when people say thank you for showing me this band because I'm going to go see them live, and that's the mission that I really strive. I try not to make it about myself, my music, and that's what made the channel. Is the music, is the people, is the artist, and the podcast, the willingness to talk, to a Yankee about Red Dirt, and it's been an incredible experience, and being able to get all these people together and have the artists hang out. We do like country versus metal parties now, so it's been a great time.
That's cool. Yeah. You have any advice for Charlie as we're trying to? I think Charlie would say we've wrapped up, except for Evan and Stoney, of all the artists we wanted to have on this, and it's a bunch, and it's a lot of hours of interviews. Any advice from somebody who has been in this world of producing podcasts, doing all this stuff, how to get this thing out quicker, better?
Oh, I guess, I don't even know. Obviously, finding out who manages them. I'd find out the management company and then email the contact. Or I found one of the best ways to meet an artist to get in front of them is, but they're kind of they're on the big side, but on the smaller side, I'll just slide a DM, hey, do you need anything? Because sometimes you can't take your tour bus to a Guitar Center anywhere, and I can't tell you. And people yeah, man, can you get us some drum heads or get us this? And I show up and I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh, hey, next thing you know, you can exchange some contacts. But yeah, those guys, I would just find out who represents them and just send them an email and tell them that you guys are doing a documentary on them. They'd probably be very interested to be in a documentary about their music.
Yeah, you would think so.
Yeah.
Most of us would, for sure. And I think they are. It's just a matter of timing and making it, making it happen on the day that it'll happen. So, we don't want to take too much of your time, especially with all the work you did to get ready for this. You have anything else?
No, I'm fresh out.
Okay. I will plug my selfless plug again. Since we didn't do it tonight, could I beg you to come on with Lane and myself on our podcast sometime?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. We want you to. And we have people all the time. We don't have we're not like you. Okay, we're not like you. We've got, who knows, a handful of listeners. But they do love what we talk about. And I've had several ask me, hey, that guy that does country versus metal? And of course I'd say, I don't know him, but I know who you're talking about. Boy, if you could ever talk to him, that'd be such a good show. So if you would be kind enough sometime to do it, we would be forever grateful.
Oh, I would love to do it. I always wonder why people never ask me to be on the show. I'm like, I'd like to be on the other side. So yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Well, if it's okay with your permission, Charlie's got your number, and no, I've got your email. I'll email you, and we'll find a night. It's always nights for us too, because I have a real job. Lane's got a real job. You probably have a real job, so it's kind of when we can fit it in. So,
Yeah.
Thank you for being willing and being so nice.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Anything you need from us?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
And it was Summer Dean. That was the other.
Okay.
It just came up in my mind.
There it is. Well, you're welcome. I had to take you away from what we were talking about for it to hit you. So.
Yes.
Well, good. All right. What do you do?
Oh, I work for the railroad. I control the overhead power. I just press buttons all day. So,
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Huh. Like passenger rail or freight rail or all of the above?
Passenger.
Okay.
Yeah. Amtrak. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I've been doing that for 21 years now. So.
Well, that's interesting. Huh. The most important question I will have tonight, how many times have you ran up the steps like Rocky in Philly?
Oh, God. I've never done it. And it's fun. Oh, before, my boss used to hate seeing people do that because that art museum has priceless pieces of art. It's an incredible experience to go in the art museum and people just run up to the statue, take their picture, and just walk away. And that used to drive
Ignore the art.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
that's crazy. Well, that shows how redneck hick we are. That's the only question I knew to ask about Philly is running up those stairs.
Yeah, that or cheesesteaks.
Yeah, cheesesteaks.
That and is it actually always sunny?
Oh no, not in Philly.
Oh, on the bad side of Philly, what is it? Kensington? Is that the area where it's so bad with the drugs and all?
Yes, it's the largest open air market. Yeah, I've been there. That's the railroad runs through there. That's yeah. We used to do tours. Just the things you see. It's a shame. It used to be a nice area.
Yeah, it is.
And yeah, a lot of people ask that. Like when I be in Texas, they're like, "Do you live by?" I'm like, "It's like 45 minutes away." But I used to date a girl that lived out there, and it was just way too close to that. But yeah, that's a real place. It's crazy when people go, "This has to be AI." I'm like, no, it's sad because
it is.
I had a couple of friends they go up there and they just disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just get hooked on whatever, and yeah, they have like communities up there. Actually, like one of the people that lived there must have been an electrician because they were stealing power from the railroad, the power of the community. They even had it like go down in a pipe and they buried it for a little bit. And yeah, they were siphoning power off of.
Oh my! Is it like in the downtown of Philly? Is that or no?
Man, I don't know what that area we call it. It's right around like I don't know. It's definitely not in Center City. It's kind of like off to the side. And
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not too good on the neighborhoods up there. It's northeast.
Oh, I didn't know it was actually a neighborhood. It's like I don't know anything about it. I saw it online one time talking about Kensington.
Yeah.
So.
Kensington, Frankfurt, Fishtown, Northeast. They're all kind of North Philly clumped together. West.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, like I said when we started, I'm huge into human interest of people I'm talking to, so I could talk to you all night. I've got a million questions that have nothing to do with Red Dirt or anything else. I just love hearing about where people live and all their stuff. So we won't make you keep doing it. If you're good, I'm good. Cha-cha.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. If you have trouble, let us know on the file, all that kind of stuff. Just let us know and we'll do whatever you need us to do.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Sorry to keep you so late. Thanks for being so kind.
Oh, thank you guys. I enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'll get with you on our podcast.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Patrick. Have a great night.
You guys as well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks. Great stuff.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See.
I don't know how to do